So my logical question after watching some of the clips of this movie is, if you had a telekinetic power, how would you use it?
How would I use it? See, now that's a twist on a common question. Normally it's like, if you had a power, what would you have? If I was telekinetic, how would I use it? Oh my God, you've stumped me. It's too early to think this. I would assume if I'm telekinetic, that means I can move things, including myself. And if that's the case, I'm going on vacation. I'd have to move myself to the Bahamas.
You're flying over by your own wings to the
Absolutely.
Bahamas. Tell me about that scene, the telekinetic gunfight. That was very cool.
It was great. It was so much fun to shoot. I got to do a... I felt like a little kid. I got so excited. There's one shot where I have a gun, and I get to run and slide across the ground on my back while firing the gun. To me, a quintessential action movie shot, and I was like a kid in a candy store. I felt like I was 7 years old. I didn't want to stop doing the shot. It was so much fun, and Paul let me have 2 or 3 extra takes. It was very nice of him.
Now, were you doing all those bang-up scenes, or is that the stuntman?
Anything involving banging up? No. I had nothing to do with that. You know, you want to get the pads on, and you want to dive in and get your hands dirty, but, you know, if you've seen the stunt, it's an amazing stunt, and I'm surprised our stuntman even walked away from it. So for those, I'll leave it to the professionals.
Now, you're no stranger to wire work. Have you gotten any more used to it, or is it still uncomfortable?
You know, for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot of wire work in this one. You know, the Fantastic Four wire work, you're surrounded by green screen, and it's all very CGI heavy. With this movie, they really didn't rely on CGI the way they did with Fantastic Four. A lot of the stunts and a lot of the special effects were happening live, and it provided a very tangible world for the actors to play off of.
Now, speaking of that world, there are many people who actually believe that they have these powers. Did you meet any of them, or?
Well, do they, or do they just believe it? Because I think those are called insane people. No, I didn't get to meet anyone who believed they were telekinetic. I mean, I'm sure it'd be good for a laugh, but I mean, I have no doubt that there are people with heightened levels of awareness, and I'm sure to some degree heightened abilities, but as far as moving a table across the room with their mind, I have yet to shake that man's hand.
Have you? Did you go on the internet and do any research?
Sure. I mean,
what did you discover?
That was half the fun, you know. Just when you're doing these movies, it's obviously a bit fantastical, but you have to believe it to some degree. If you don't believe it, I don't think the audience will. And reading these stories about people who truly have actually been experimented on for their varying abilities, it's fun stuff. It's the stuff that you'd watch on TV on a Sunday afternoon, regardless of your involvement in a film like this.
Now, next, you're getting to play the evil boyfriend in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, true?
That's right.
So are you brushing up on your skateboarding abilities?
I know. They asked me the other day. They were like, so you can skateboard, right? And I was like, absolutely, stuntman. Yeah, I guess I got to get a little more handy on a skateboard.
Now, how many times has that actually happened to you where they ask you to do something and you say you can do it, but you really can't?
I mean, it's happened. Luckily, I've never had to prove myself. Those are usually the things you say during the audition process. And, well, luckily or unluckily, I've never gotten the part, so I've never had to embarrass myself when I couldn't fulfill what I said I could do.
And what else will you be doing in Scott Pilgrim? What's your role?
Hopefully, I'll just be laughing. You know, it's a comedy, and it's Michael Cera, and it's Edgar Wright. It's a lot of great people, and it's been a while since I made a comedy, so hopefully it'll be some good chuckles on set.
And what'd you think of our new president?
Hey, Obama, yes we can. It was great. Yesterday was a big day. I mean, I haven't been up at 7 a.m. in a long time, and yeah, I had to get up for this one. We were watching coverage all day.
Now, what I love about him is he's asking people for that call to service.
Yeah.
Do you have something that you'd like to contribute?
Well, I think it's just a matter of everyone, you know, regardless of what you can contribute in a tangible manner. I think it's more on the terms of being able to meet people in the middle. Especially during his campaign, I found myself arguing with so many different people of different views and beliefs, and it's about compromise, and it's about not just making your point, but finding a solution and being able to meet people in the middle to find a common ground.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thanks.
Take care. Thanks.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.